Hello everybody and welcome to another distance learning video here at the Texas State Asian Culture Museum. In case you did not watch our previous video on the folklore reading, my name is Nick. I am the lead historian here at the Texas State Asian Culture Museum, and today our distance learning video is going to be on the katana, the famous sword used for generations by samurai warriors in Japan, dating back to the Nara period from 710 to 794, when the samurai made his come around. This is when that sword started becoming infamous. The samurai warriors themselves were a part of the warrior class, protectors from invaders, protectors of noblemen, of regular class people who needed protection from bandits of sorts. There are different types of katana. We have the one I'm holding here, as well as a decorative or ceremonial. This one's made out of ivory on the handle, as well as gold plating. You notice that the blade itself is a little bit smaller, so this would typically be a short sword, primarily also used just for decorative or ceremonial purposes. Now, interesting fact, the katana, samurai sword, came before the samurai armor. The sword came about in the Nara period, which took place from 710 to 794. The Heian period, which immediately afterwards, from 794 to 1185, introduced the samurai armor. Woven fabric into lacquered wood metal was used primarily on the battlefield. The mask on the helmet would intimidate opponents on the battlefield. The helmet itself had horns to deflect sword blows. There are different components to the samurai armor. You have the helmet and mask, the chest piece, the arm guards, and the thigh guards. The thigh guards were more or less disposable, so in case the samurai fell off his horse, he can do land battle, he just rip off the thigh guards and continue using on his feet. The sword itself played an interesting and vital role in the samurai's life. A samurai was gifted their katana from birth, carried them throughout their life. If they happened to lose their samurai sword during their lifespan, they would lose their armor. They can also be buried with their katana at the time of their death. Now, it's interesting to note that the katana was not the samurai's primary weapon. They primarily used bows and arrows and a long staff with a blade at the end of it, primarily because samurai were horseback riders when they would go into battle. The only time they would actually pull out the katana was when they ran out of bows or arrows, or the long staff was cut, and then if they were also off their horse and they would be fighting on land, the katana was also useful when they were horseback riding and fighting there. But because the katana, the way it is made and dealt with, is such a deadly weapon, it was more or less a last resort. That movement I just did, pulling it out of its scabbard, is known as a power stroke, coming straight down, putting your enemy, rendering them useless. Coming straight down, it's proper also to note that traditionally and properly, holding katana is always done with two hands for better control, balance, and it just looks better. As you can note how shiny and clear the steel is, Japanese katana has always been made since its induction with 4 different types of steels. 2 soft and 2 hard types of steels. Soft on the top to block and absorb the blows that the hard steel would create on contact, either from sword to sword or metal to metal. The combination of the 4 steels is what gives the katana its distinctive curvature. Traditionally, other swords were made with just one type of steel, like the double-edged swords in medieval Europe, which were a little bit more brittle and could break easily. Same as the Chinese Mongolian swords, even the Korean straight one-edged sword. So what's interesting is that traditionally, originally, the design would not have that wood part that we've been showing so far. It would actually just be this, bound in leather and multicolored string. The Japanese engravings here most likely indicate the swordsmith's name along with the date that the sword was made, as well as on the other side, most likely the master swordsman that this katana would go to and that samurai would also bestow the sword onto his people. Also, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is important to note that the previous segment that I just performed with the movements of the sword should only be done by a trained professional such as myself under supervision. So please don't not try this at home with the live sword, only if you are trained. Now, finishing up on the history lesson of the katana, there was a moment in time where the samurai and the katana did end. And this happened when, in the 16th century, when medieval Europe caught up with gunpowder, introduced it into Japan, and from there things kind of just spiraled downward. There was also a point when the katana was banned when the Meiji Empire came into play. The making of katanas was illegal and could not be done. And so after that point, when World War I, World War II came about again, but the katana was only used as an officer's weapon. Only officers of the Japanese Imperial Army would have them, and they were mainly just for decorative use, not really anything else. So, for fun, Star Wars by George Lucas was actually heavily influenced by Japanese culture, particularly the katana and samurai culture. Samurai followed the Buddhist monk ideology religion, which is similar to what the Jedi used in George Lucas' Star Wars films. They were peacekeepers, had high morale and principles. The katana, or the lightsaber really, I'm sorry, much like the katana, were unique. Each hilt was made differently, just like the different Jedi and Sith weapons, coming in a variety of colors, just like the samurai's armor. Darth Vader is actually heavily influenced by samurai armor, as you can tell by his helmet, the mask for terrifying his enemies, and just the full body armor all around. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I hope you all enjoyed this latest distance learning video. Hope you all learned a lot. I do apologize for it being a little long, but it was just so fun to make and enjoy. Y'all stay safe out there. Thank you.